So Quest players now have access to throttling behaviour, which is great. I don't understand what this is. Why is there... whatever. So they can go down to 12 FPS, which is mad, right? And they can go up to 41 predictions. That's mad. Like they don't get enough anyway. This is normal, yeah? Normal Preds, right? Like I can't... This is on Steam Link, by the way. This is Steam Link, right? This is what you get, right? This is how it is normally. My arm ain't really stretching out, but the second I turn up the predictions, oh my god, it's mental, right? Like this is the type of stuff that you get access to, but this is just me moving my wrist like this, right? Like if I turn it, whoa, lag. If I turn it down, this is me normally bending my wrist, yeah, with no prediction. All I'm doing is that, by the way, but really quickly. And Steam Link does give you a little bit more Preds anyway. But I would say it's not much to worry about, to be fair. Like, people lag, but then they do look suspicious, but it's not much to worry about, is it? Like, I'd say Index can get that. There's like 6 predictions. I don't know, whatever, yeah? But they do have access to additional Preds, up to 41. And look, check the difference, bro. Like, I'm getting pull that I shouldn't be getting, bro. Like, how mad is that, right? That's crazy, bro. Okay, also, Worldscale check definitely does work on Quest, because look, I can do it fine, yeah? I do lose tracking, but I can literally put my hands right on my head, pass it right away, bring my hands back down. These are normal controllers, by the way, because if I put my hand behind my back, that's lost tracking. That's just me bending my wrist, right? That's completely lost tracking. There's the proof, yeah? And they can do Worldscale check and pass with flying colours. I don't know why people think it's so bad. And if you can't, if your controllers are too bad, watch your hands go up and put them on your head like that. Easy. You're like, oh my god, Pepsi, you're on Index, you can't pass it. Yes, you can, bro. Look, I'm passing it with flying colours. Yeah, I lose tracking after. For some people, they're like, oh, I lose tracking. That's because they're like this. Look, they're literally like this. Look. Of course, they're going to fail. And then they say, oh, it's just my tracking. Look, I lost tracking. But bro, of course, you're going to lose tracking on 80 Worldscale. Like, what are you doing? Yeah, so you can pass it flying colours easily every single time by putting your hands on your head like that, right? Yeah, so they get mad predictions. And they also get to have real 60 FPS, which is good. I'd say that's okay. Mad laggy though, it's definitely not. Since it's not, actually no, it's not real 60 FPS, because look at the amount of lag I get. Look, I can hardly jump, bro. I can hardly jump. That's just on 60, yeah? Normal 60. Remember, I've got a good PC. This is 120, real 120. Of course I can jump, and of course 40 as well. Basically like the same. Oh, it's mad, bro. And then, yeah. And of course, just like Index, they get 25 predictions extra on when they're on 120 half, but they still can't jump for shit, right? Literally can't jump, so no way that 60 is normal. And then you go on 72, normal 72, you can jump fine because it's 72. So that 60 is definitely a movement advantage because it's not real 60. You see yourself sticking to the floor, right? I go up to this, whatever, that's just prediction. Let me show you 45 real quick, yeah? 45, of course, you can't jump to anything, yeah? But 90 is real 90 because I can jump and everything, and there's no like super advantage or anything. And as you can see, it's all nice and stuff. So people, yeah, the cheaters are gonna be so mad after I make this video, bro. Okay, throttling behavior. Okay, yeah. So look, you can pass Worldscale check on Quest. Yeah, pass Worldscale check, easy. Also, another thing is whatever. We'll do this. Yeah, these are offsets. These are about the offsets that people normally use, and what that does is it puts my controllers there. So look, watch, ready, waving. All I'm doing is waving my wrist normally, bro. Look, I'll put it back to default real quick. I'm doing that, right? Watch this, ready? Wait, it didn't turn on. Why is it not turning on? What a freak, man. Bro, can I have offsets, please? Bro, what is this doing? I'll just do it with one controller then. There we go. Look, watch this, ready? So I'm waving like this. Ready? Waving. See the difference, right? That's the offsets. And then I want to show you the waving thing on here as well. Use long arms. Yeah, long arms. Normal long arms. See how the wrist is bending, bro? Look, this is all I'm doing. I'm just waving nicely and normally like this. And then you see the see the amount of, like, you can't counter that very well without actually moving your whole arm, but then you can see the shaking in my body of me trying to counter it and from waving normally. And if I just go to this is how normal you guys can wave. This is how bad you can wave on long arms, yeah? So the waving thing does work, of course. So does Worldscale check, works fine. Worldscale check works fine. And remember, I'm on Quest, bro. Literally Quest 3 controllers, you can see. But anyways, what else is there to cover, bro? I don't even know. I think that's about it. Right, so 72 hertz, no predictions allowed, yeah? Can't go down to 6. Don't use throttling behavior. How about that? Just don't use throttling behavior. Keep it on auto. Yeah. And then, because if you go down to 60, 120 halved, 60, it's not real 60. We've just covered that. You couldn't even jump. Normal 72 and upwards, you can jump normally properly. Let me go on it one more time just for the silly cheaters to understand. Yeah, look, 60. I'm trying my hardest to jump. And then if I like... Yeah, that's me playspace abusing. Yeah, but then if I just jump normally with my whole arm, look, this is the wrist check that I normally do. You jump with just your wrist. Yeah, all I'm doing is doing that. And then on anything else, yeah, bend your wrist down. Really simple. Bend your wrist down. Right, okay, but people can't do it. So just stay on normal 72 because this is normal. You can jump and everything without having to cheat. 60 you can't, so don't go on that. Like, what the freak? I don't think there's anything else to talk about. I don't even know, bro.